Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So I recently did a little poll amongst you guys to see what you wanted to learn the most, and a lot of the feedback that I got from you involved learning about roles and learning choreography and phrases. So today we're going to do a video that's aimed at both of those things. We're going to learn my 5 favorite roles, which are firstly roles like you guys wanted to learn, but secondly really useful for using in transitions in choreography. These are roles that are going to look really cool by themselves as an individual move, but they're actually going to really help you out when you're trying to sort out and plan your own choreography. So we're killing 2 aerial hoop birds with 1 stone today. But of course, first I'm going to take a moment just to remind you to please subscribe to my channel, because that will show you every time I put out a new video, which is very often, with all sorts of different moves and tips and tricks for aerial hoop. Plus, it will really help me out with the YouTube algorithm. So please subscribe and like, and I will be very grateful. Also, moving on, I'm just going to say that I'm not going to do pro tips today because I do have individual tutorials for every one of these moves already on my channel. So if you're struggling, if you want a specific pro tip for a certain role, then check out the individual tutorial for that role. They are all linked in the description of this video. We're going to go from easiest to most advanced. So the first one we're starting with is the pocket roll. This is a really simple roll and it's really pretty and fun to do. Start sitting in the hoop. You're going to place your hands almost at the top of the hoop and then take one leg out the back, so the hoop is on the back of your front thigh. From there, you're going to bring the opposite shoulder through the front of the hoop, coming into a cradle position. From your cradle, you're going to bring your hands palms facing each other like you're going to clap your hands, and grab the hoop between your leg and your hip. Make sure the same hand as your leg that is hooked on the hoop. I have my right leg hooked, so I'm taking my right hand and putting it farther away from my body. My left hand is closer to my body, my right hand is farther away. From there, the rest is easy. Just roll forward, pushing your shoulders through the hoop and forward. Keep that bent leg really nice and bent, and it will circle around naturally to hook itself onto the hoop, bringing you into a single knee hang or hawk's position. From there, I'm taking a Russian roll to get myself back into the hoop. That is the 3rd roll we're going to work on, so hang on for a minute, we're going to get to the Russian roll. Okay, roll number 2 is a basic forward roll. For your forward roll, we're going to start the same as a pocket roll by sitting in the hoop and taking one leg out the back. Bend that front leg, then place your hands down close to your hips but not touching your hips. I would say at about 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock. From there, keep that front knee bent as you lean your shoulders forward and roll down. Make sure that you roll down with a little bit of speed, because that's going to help you hook your knee on, which again is going to hook on naturally to the bottom, coming into a single knee hang or hawks. This can be a little bit scary because you're rolling directly forward, but after you've done it a couple of times, it's going to feel really natural and fun. Okay, roll number 3 is the Russian roll. This is a great way to get from the bottom of the hoop back into the center of the hoop with style. For your basic Russian roll, you're starting from a single knee hang hawk's position on the bottom of the hoop. You're going to reach up and put your hands, again, about 4 and 8 o'clock on the sides of the hoop. Hand placement is crucial, so if you're having issues, try moving your hands around, try different things. From there, you can do a few beats, swinging yourself back and forth to build momentum. And when you're ready, throw your free leg that is nice and straight through the center of the hoop, pull up with your arms, and bring yourself into the center of the hoop. Once you feel comfortable with that, try it with no beats, just going directly into the roll. And once you're comfortable with that version, you can try multiple rolls chained up. All you have to do the multiple rolls is readjust your hands slightly each time so that you're not overstraining your wrist. Roll number 4, we're going to do a classic beauty roll. It's a great transition if you need to take one leg out of the hoop and you don't want to awkwardly just pull a leg out. Place one hand on the top of the hoop, near but not touching the span set. Then lean backwards with your shoulders and slide your hips down slightly, bringing the hoop onto the back of your thighs. And rotate around away from the arm that's on the top of the hoop, coming into a mermaid position. Take your outside leg off of the hoop, so that should be the same leg as the arm that you're holding the top of the hoop with. Then start to rotate towards the hoop, bringing your leg through the hole between your body and the side of the hoop. As you continue to rotate, reach your hand through that same hole and use the back of your arm to push the hoop away from you. Bring your shoulder around through the hole, pull up with your top arm, and slide naturally into a cradle position. It can be very weird the first time you try it, but again, after a couple of times, it's going to feel really natural. But moving away from feeling natural in any way, let's move on to our most advanced roll today, the lion roll. I'm not going to lie, these rolls are uncomfortable, but they're worth it because they are really pretty and audiences love them. I like to set up my lion roll with an Amazon, so I'm going to place one hand on the top of the hoop, one hand on the bottom of the hoop, and wiggle my hips out as I go down into an Amazon. From there, I'm going to take my outside leg, so the same leg as the arm on the top of the hoop, and place my foot against the side of the hoop just below the center. Next, I'm going to take my free leg, the one that's on the bottom, and place the outside of my ankle on the inside of the hoop. Take off that top leg, then take off your top arm, reach around through the center of the hoop, putting the hoop into your armpit, and grab on not too close to your body, but also not far away, kind of a medium space. Take off your other arm, and then swing that arm down, swinging your shoulders through the hoop, and keeping your leg behind you to roll around the hoop with a lion roll. I strongly recommend watching my more in-depth lion roll tutorial for this because lion rolls are tricky and very detailed. Once you've rolled a couple of times, you can squish your shoulders back through that little hole between the hoop and your top arm. Be slightly careful with that because it is easy to strain your shoulders at this moment. Be careful of your shoulder. And coming down into a Delilah. And there you have it. Those were my 5 favorite rolls, both for aesthetic beauty, but also for utility in transitions and choreography. Here they all are one more time so you can remember each one of them. And just before you go, I'll remind you one more time to please subscribe to my channel and like videos. It really supports me. It really supports bringing you guys new YouTube tutorials every week. And it's a great way to keep track and make sure you don't miss anything. So yeah, please do those 2 things. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Quick, totally unrelated side note at the end. At this point during my training, the stray cat that I've been feeding around my house showed up and she was so cute. I love her. This was not related to Ariel. I just wanted to show off this cute cat. Look at her little tail. I've gotten a lot less productive in training since she showed up.